Hello everybody, welcome. This is the long-awaited OKO production breakdown. What we've all been waiting for. So today, I'm gonna break down the production in this live stream for, I'm gonna do World's Smallest Violin, I'm gonna do another one from OKO, and then I'm gonna do The DJ is Crying for Help, because we just released that sucker. Alright, so let me get started with World's Smallest Violin. A lot of questions. I'm seeing a lot of votes for Joe. I could do Joe. Okay. Pull up this chair. Okay. World's Smallest Violin. So I think the biggest thing that excited us about this song was trying to make it feel very live. We wanted to kind of feel like a lot of friends were all in the room and there was like clinking glasses. We were really inspired by Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. Hopefully everybody could see Spotify here. Perfect example. You see how it starts? You hear like clinking glasses, you hear people talking. We've been wanting to make a song like that for a while where it feels like, yeah, like nothing really matters. Like, let's just start recording and we'll see how it sounds. And the original draft of World's Smallest Violin did not sound like that at all. I'll show you the original demo. It was me singing, and it was during the pandemic. It was me just kind of coming up with a kooky idea. Let's make like kind of a Broadway, folky, zany kind of song. Is this it? Or Scratch for Jack? Yeah, this is gonna be it. And it started with talking instruments. So the stuff that you hear like on Humpty Dumpty, for instance, there's this piano that goes, if I tried to keep my tears in my eyes. It's kind of this thing we were playing with, this talking piano. Originally we had that in World's Smallest Violin. I'll play it. We had these trumpets kind of talking, kind of going 1, 2, 3, 4. That was actually the start of the demo. So that was this. So that was the excitement in the beginning. And then it's funny, you get inspiration for a song and then you kind of veer off. And it's totally fine if you shave off that, if it led you to where you end up with a song. I think we try to go with the flow a lot with songs. We have a lot of stories like that where like, wow, this song originally was so emotional. That's what made us excited to write it. Then we write it and we realize, oh, you know what, it's not emotional at all. It's actually chill. It's actually just kind of a chill, wow, I'm not crazy kind of song. And even if it started out emotional, if it got you there, that's kind of really the impetus and that's the importance. So this is a perfect example. We were excited about the talking instruments, we shaved it off, and then we got excited about this Barbara Ann kind of feel. Okay, diving into the real song. We did this during the pandemic, so we couldn't really get a lot of people in a room. And so a lot of these are made up from voice memos. So here, I'll just break it down. What's this? I haven't really broken this down much before, so I'm discovering this with you. Okay, that seems like me talking. That's me going like, ready, ready, ready. This stuff seems like a lot of voice memos combined. Yeah, that's all bounced down. And me going, come on, ready, 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 ready. What's this one? That's Dane, our guitar tech. He's going, my. I just got voice memos from like Austin, our photographer, Dane, our guitar tech, Ezra, our lighting designer. Everybody just go, my, and just kind of talk shit, and then I'll kind of combine it together. And I even put in this glass clink. You can hear it. It's like a wine glass clink.
Grandpa fought in World War II.
Okay,
He
so then the
was
song
such a
starts.
noble dude. I can't even finish school. Miss my mom and left too soon.
I'm seeing a lot of bounce down claps and stomps here. There's this stuff, which is me and Jack.
Mom and left too soon. His dad was a fireman who fought fire so violent. I think I bored my therapist.
And so under that, we had all of this kind of acoustic, organic based stuff. But what AJR does is we always juxtapose these things, right? We have this very organic feel, but then we need something really electronic with it. So we got a synth that's just kind of like an analog brass, like basic Moog kind of synth thing. And on top of that, me singing into the microphone with what's called harmony engine under it. So it's this kind of like vocoder. It creates these artificial harmonies. I'm going, and then I'm tuning it to kind of make chords. So you kind of feel like it's half vocal, half alien thing I've never heard before, and those two together. So that's giving you a lot of the chord information.
Can't even finish school. Missed my mom and left too soon. His dad was a fireman who fought fire so violent. I think I bored my therapist while playing him my violin. Oh my god, that's so insane. Oh my god, that's such a shame. Next to
then we got some real violins under there. Me and Jack always refer to that as like the Jack chord. It's like a fourth with like a major seventh in there. So like the normal note would like be dum is the root of that note, but Jack always goes with the sadder version because it feels kind of like forlorn and sad and longing. And Jack, I feel like there isn't a song we have where Jack doesn't go, oh, let's add that note and it feels so sad.
violin. Oh my god, that's so insane. Oh my god,
That's kind of
such a
sad,
shame.
right?
Next to them, my shit don't feel so grand. But I can't help myself from feeling bad. I kind of feel like two things can be said. The world's smallest violin.
Let me bring in some gang vocals. Oh, this is all Ezra. I'll make this louder. Wow, I made it so quiet.
The world's smallest violin really needs an audience, so if I do not find
Somebody soon, I blow up into smithereens. This feel my tiny symphony. Just let me play my violin for you.
Okay, here's the instrumorphing. So in all honesty, we didn't come up with the term instrumorphing, although we invented instrumorphing. We didn't really have a name for it. We thought like, it's switching instruments. And then a fan came up with instrumorphing. This was the actual rhetoric for it. So this was an idea we had a long time ago. We thought, what if we could kind of pull off this magic trick of seamlessly transitioning a trumpet into a violin, into a piano, into a vocal? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these instruments are kind of made up of the same building blocks. It's sine waves, it's square waves, it's sawtooth waves. We thought, what if we could kind of manipulate the DNA, right, of these sounds so that magically one transitions into another? And so I'll show you what I mean here. I think I can solo all of it. Oh shit. Where's that vocal? Was this it? Yeah. And so that, it's a series of effects. I know a lot of people want to kind of know the secret, and I bounced a lot of this down so you can't see the secret. But it's a combination of vocoder, it's a combination of EQ, but mostly it's kind of just creativity. It's just like, look at, okay, we're in trumpet world. It's understanding kind of the nature of the way a trumpet operates or the way a piano operates. A piano is very staccato, right? It's gung, 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 and you hear on the top of it, you hear the attack. So we kind of thought, what if we could basically take a trumpet and cut it so that it has enough attack to kind of remind you of a piano, right? So that it can transition into a piano. It kind of takes an understanding of the way these instruments operate and the way you expect them to operate, right? Even that, you expect a violin to go, it's very expressive. The notes are kind of like in between each other. But you don't expect a piano to do that. So we thought like, okay, what if we could take a piano? This is this. Yeah, that's just the piano. I slowed it down impossibly slow, and then I played with the pitch so it goes up. That in itself is not that hard to do, but it's combining that with now it's suddenly a violin. Now it's like unmistakable from what a violin sounds like.
My grandpa fought in World War II when he was such a noble dude. Man, I feel like such a fool. I got so much left to prove. All my friends are vaping friends. They're so good at making friends. I'm
real cello in here too. I kind of want to hear that. I want to hear that with just the violin. There's some real instruments. This is something that I like to do a lot. If I feel like there's too many synths in there, it feels a little bit synthetic. It's exciting, but it feels like I'm not seeing like a personal touch. I remember like hearing about the early days of Pixar with Toy Story, where they felt like the images were so cold because it was the first feature film made on a computer. And so they were used to this kind of hand-drawn human feel of Pocahontas, of Aladdin, where it feels very hand-drawn. And now suddenly it's all being made on computers. And so they got Randy Newman to make the warmest music possible that was all organic, that didn't feel computerized. Can I see the comments back there? To kind of juxtapose that. And I think about that a lot. I think about like, okay, when we're getting too much into synth world, let's bring back some of these warm, organic elements.
the world's smallest violin really needs an audience. So if I do not find somebody soon, I blow up into smithereens and spill my tiny symphony. Just let me play my violin for you.
Wait, guys, I really wanted to record this. I forgot to hit record. Wait 1 second. Do you want to show me where to go? Is it easy or no? What's that?
Enable DVR, yeah. Okay.
Oh, is it recording?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Really?
I think so.
All right, hopefully this is recording. Hopefully everybody can see it. Okay, I kind of want to jump to the end here because this is the part everybody really wants to see.
If I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down a city street while trying to put my mind at ease.
So I haven't really broken this open, but let me see everything that this is made of. Here, let me start at the bottom. So there's obviously the kick drum with a lot of bass. There's these low guitars, which is, these are acoustic guitars that I put an electric, like synthetic amp on top of. I believe that was me just being lazy because I didn't want to grab an electric guitar. Here's some real violins. Oh, I love that. It's kind of classical feeling. Uke. Here's real uke, acoustic uke that I put, again, fake guitar rig amp on top of, me completely being lazy. More drums. Tuba. There's that kind of carnival feel. What's this? Oh, I think we have an Instagram video somewhere of this, but this is me and Jack just kind of like pounding on pillows and just getting faster and faster. And you'll hear, there's so much noise in here. You hear me and Jack going, yeah, go on, get it. And it just kind of, whether you hear it or not, it adds to the vibe. It adds to like everybody going, yeah, we're at the bar and then we're speeding up and we're speeding up. And it's kind of cool in retrospect. It feels like, oh, of course World's Smallest Violin would end this way. It would just speed up and speed up and speed up. But at the time, I think I was thinking about it in kind of a Broadway sense, in kind of like in a song where, you know, one character is teaching another character, whatever, lessons about life, and they're going through the list, and then at the end, they're like, okay, let me do a recap of everything I said throughout the song, and it speeds up and it speeds up. Jesus. Because that's how the human experience, it feels like, I'm giving you this list, make sure you remember everything on this list. And so we kind of wanted to get across that Broadway sensibility.
Now come in with the timpanis and take a shot of Hennessy.
Crowd
I know
vocal.
I'm not there mentally, but you could be the remedy. So let me play my violin for you.
Yeah, somebody just asked tempo automation. Yeah, that's exactly right. So it goes from 116 BPM and it just slowly speeds up. Oh, you'll see, like it literally gradually speeds up, especially towards the end. It gets slower and slower in this curve to 160.
Be the remedy, so let me play.
I'm just looking for more stuff. I want to break this open. This is real snare. Going. Stomp samples. Fake strings, fake horns. Fake violins. Oh, and here's the timpani. This is fake timpani, but I love how this this patch sounds. So that kind of all adds up to World's Smallest Violin. I feel like I forgot a lot. Let me look at, now you could ask your questions about World's Smallest Violin and I'll answer. Oh, so many questions. Hi, Laura. She said I should say her name. Ah! What color is World's Smallest Violin? So I've talked about this before, but I have something called synesthesia, which is essentially wires are kind of crossed in my brain, where if I hear a sound, I see a shape. If I hear a song, I see a color. And that often helps with producing because I want to like kind of put certain shapes on top of each other. I want to put a certain black spherical kick below a crown-shaped snare. This means nothing to anybody except myself. It just kind of helps me. I see, with World's Smallest Violin, I see... At the end, I definitely see like a multicolored thing. I see like red and blue and white because you're kind of throwing everything together. But throughout, I think I see like white and brown, like wood color. Did I expect this to blow up on TikTok? No. We've said this before, but I think if you had to ask any of us, what's the song that least likely we thought would be a hit off of OKO? I think we all would have said World's Smallest Violin. Oh, really? Oh, no. Yeah, okay. So if I had to pick one that I thought would least be a hit, it would be World's Smallest Violin. I think we just made that for the fans. We understand that the fans are kind of open-minded and that not everybody is. And so we kind of wanted to make like a kooky, weird, Broadway-ish song. Then it's kind of a good lesson in work really hard on everything on the album. Because in this world of TikTok, you kind of never know what could possibly blow up. So it's just a good lesson in work really hard, have no filler on the album. Work hard on every moment of every song, because you never know what fans will choose as the single. Do Joe. I'll do Joe next. A lot of people are asking about Kill the Joke. That was a demo that we had written for OK Orchestra. That was... Maybe I could play a second of the beat. That was one of the only ones that we threw out for OK Orchestra. Do I have it here? Yeah, so I don't want to play you the top line, but that beat we ended up using for the OK Overture with the we ended up using that beat, like the pocket that's so off. We thought that was really cool. Usually, I think there's basically no songs that we just threw out completely that we didn't scrap something for parts. That's usually how we think. Because if we get excited about a song at any time, there's gonna be a moment later where we say, oh, you know what, that pre-chorus was amazing, that beat was amazing. We have to recycle that for something. A lot of questions I'm seeing here. Who played the real life violin? We made a lot of friends at Columbia when we were there that are just really good musicians. So our cellist and our violinist and a couple other real instrument players we went to school with at Columbia, and we just stayed in touch, and we're like, oh, this is kind of easy. We just send it to them, and they send it back, and they're really good. A lot of people asking about TMM. I'm not revealing anything here, guys.